The second thing that I hear from Houstonians is that increasingly they do not feel safe in this city. We've had some horrific crimes. One not that far from here, a couple miles, I guess, or a mile or so, where a lady in her 80s was attacked in her backyard, drug in the house with her husband, who was also in his 80s, trying to beat off the assailant, and was ultimately murdered in her own house. And all she was outside gardening in her backyard. And I think the troubling thing about that is that we have a police department today that candidly admits that they don't investigate the vast majority of crimes that are reported to them. As a result, last year, the police department only solved 8% of the burglaries that were committed in the city. They only solved 18% of the robberies. So if somebody comes out here and sticks a gun in your ribs and says, "Give me your money," and then leaves with it, there's only about a 1 in 5 chance that they will ever be brought to justice. Now, that's just not acceptable. Now, there are those within the police department that will say the reason for that is that they don't have enough money, they need more resources. And that may well be true. But here's the problem I have with it. In the last 10 years, we've doubled the police department's budget from $450 million to $900 million. Yet we have 300 fewer police officers than we had 10 years ago. Now look, I have tremendous respect for anybody that puts on that uniform and goes out and deals with the element of society that none of the rest of us want to deal with. Support them 100%, but that does not mean that the money that department spends shouldn't be spent efficiently and be as precious as every other tax dollar that we give them. And so we really need to take a hard look at how the money's being spent at HPD, I think. I'll give you just 2 quick examples of the things that bother me. In the last 6 years, there's something they have called the Chief's Command Staff. These are all people who work in the central office and whatever the Chief's got them working on. That command staff in the last 6 years has gone from 175 officers to 325 officers. So we literally have more chiefs than fewer Indians. And so I think those are the things, why in the world we're still in the crime lab business, I have no idea. I mean, I think the city of Houston has pretty conclusively demonstrated that's not one of its core competencies, is running a crime lab. Harris County is a beautiful new crime lab in the medical center, run by a medical doctor, accredited by every accrediting agency. They're dying to have our business. And so what do? No, we don't want to go give them our business. We want to set up a new local government corporation to run the crime lab, which has an executive director and a chief financial officer and a general counsel and a PR person. And why does a crime lab need a PR person? I'm not really sure I understand that. So before we start throwing more money at the police department, I want to make sure how they're spending it and it's being spent in a way that really is getting the results we want, which I want is more than 8% of the burglars.